And now, Treasure Search flashes back in time with the late Chuck Connors to bring you a nostalgic treasure adventure.
These fields are quiet now, but not for long. The world's largest competition treasure hunt is about to begin, right here on Treasure Search. I had the pleasure about a week ago of being taken to Treasure World in the mountains in Pennsylvania, and I saw hundreds of people up there working the little metal detectors, enjoying themselves tremendously, and going into competition with themselves. They come from as far away as England, drawn to the excitement and competition. Some are seasoned veterans in the art and science of treasure recovery. Others have just started in their quest for the rare and the valuable. But they all converge here at Williamsport, Pennsylvania, every year to settle one issue. Who will walk away with the coveted trophy and the title World Champion? Williamsport is probably best known as the home of the Little League World Series. But here at the fields, this is the World Series of treasure hunting.
If you've never been to a competition treasure hunt, you're really missing out on a great time. As far as fun and excitement go, it's one of the best kept secrets around today. Hunters use their metal detectors to locate pre-buried coins and tokens in competition with each other. The coin values speak for themselves, but the tokens are cashed in for prizes and gifts. But even though there's a contest atmosphere here, it's as much a social event with a lot of camaraderie.
Many of the competitors come here alone, but families also take the challenge, as well as groups of treasure hunters from clubs all over the country.
My name's Shauna Clark. I'm from Warrenton, Virginia. This is my second year here, and I'm having lots of fun.
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Sudbury, Ontario, 250 miles north of Toronto.
I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland. My name's David Brown, and I'm having a good time, and I'll be back next year.
I'm Mindy Gerhardt. I'm from Boyertown, Pennsylvania, and this is my second year here, and I'm enjoying it.
I'm Jerry Hambleton.
I'm Betty Hambleton.
We're from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We're members of the Lancaster Treasure Hunters Club.
Some have met each other before in similar competitions. Even so, the atmosphere is always friendly, and rival searchers take time out to swap a few treasure tales before the event begins. John Kearney, one of the organizers of the hunt, puts things in perspective.
The World Championships are only a few years old, and the interest we received has been really fantastic. They've come here for one reason, to compete for the World Championship.
This first event is for the conventional World Championship. By the time this hunt is over, there will be a men's and women's title holder. To claim victory, the hunter must amass the highest total in recovered tokens. But this is just part of the reward. Many of the tokens also have numbers that automatically pay off in prizes. And the field has been seeded with gold, silver, and rare vintage coins.
There's no doubt that the key to any kind of treasure hunting competition is to know your metal detector. The hunter who has had a lot of experience with his or her instrument can turn that experience into speed. And speed means more signals detected, and that means more targets found.
I started treasure hunting about 6 years ago, and it's been a terrific hobby for me. This is my third competition treasure hunt, and it's just great to be around other people who do what I do. I can share experiences, talk a little shop, and walk away with some real goodies. We consider ourselves adventurers, but at the same time preservationists, because we bring valuable pieces of history back into circulation to be studied and collected. So our hobby has more reward than just monetary value.
The fury lasts for an hour as every inch of the field is scanned for treasure. And when it's over, it's time to count the booty and claim the prizes.
There you go. There you go.
I'm a treasure hunter, and I found a silver dollar, 50-cent piece, some dimes, a foreign coin, and I got a 3-cent piece in here somewhere. There it is.
Silver dollar and a gold piece. It's 2 pesos.
Found about $28 in silver coins. Feeling good about it.
The showdown continues with some advice from Bob Trevillian. Stay tuned.
And now, back to Treasure Search.
Chuck, this next event is something a little different. They call it the claim jumpers hunt. As you can see, the field is clearly divided into segments. At the beginning, each hunter chooses his or her own segment, or in this case, a claim, just like a prospector during the gold rush. After working that area for 20 minutes, a signal is given and the competitors can claim jump. They can move into another hunter's area. Now, there's an interesting strategy here. The experienced hunters keep an eye on the competition, and they look for someone they think isn't doing too well. In most cases, a newcomer. And the idea is to jump that claim as soon as the signal's given. That's probably the best strategy for digging more treasure. Chuck.
Starting with their own claim, each hunter works the area methodically, trying to cover every square inch before the second leg of the event begins.
I'm country bound, no time to lag around. Gonna get my boots and out the door I go. I'll be headed down the road to the town of San Antone, to the hills of Golden Tan, Lone Prairie. I'm gonna build myself a home where the deer and the coyote roam, and the longhorn graze the grass so wild and free. The big birds up in the sky, untamed they fly so high, and that country style of life is where I'll be. There'll be stars out at night, and the moon shines so bright, the city lights won't haunt me anymore. There's cactus all around, no traffic to bring you down, just good old country living at your door. So I'm country bound, I finally stand my ground as I breathe the air, the wind whistles through the trees. There's a river out my back door, on my knees I thank the Lord for a chance to live my life and feel so free. There'll be stars out at night and the moon shines so bright, no city lights won't haunt me anymore. There's cactus all around, no traffic to bring you down, just good old country living at your door. Just good old country living at your door. Yep, that's it, good old country. I'm coming to get you. Look out.
The good thing about the claim jumpers hunt is that the beginner has an opportunity to hunt for treasure without any competition. This way, everybody gets to go home with something.
Competition treasure hunt organizers like John Kearney are keeping the hobby of treasure hunting alive and exciting. Because of people like him, the ranks of the hobbyists are expanding. More and more people are discovering just how much fun this really is. And having an event that's more than just a convention of sorts is a unifying factor in recreational treasure hunting. In fact, there are over 500 clubs in the United States, and many of them sponsor their own treasure hunts. From prospectors in California and the beachcombers in Florida to Civil War relic hunters in Virginia and the coin finders in Missouri, there's just so many dimensions to this hobby. There's literally something for everyone.
No doubt the guaranteed payoff in the claim jumpers hunt is a real plus for the beginner. But in the main event, the scoping championship, the competition is on a much higher level, and this hunt is the most difficult of all.
More competition treasure hunting coming right up.
The scope, a long-range metal detector, is used in this contest, along with a conventional short-range instrument. Once the competition starts, the scope is initially used to locate the proximity of various caches of silver buried throughout the field.
In my personal opinion, this is probably the most controversial aspect of treasure hunting. Long-range metal detecting instruments are something very new to the hobby and profession. Some hunters are totally devoted to these dowsing light detectors, and others simply are doubters. I'm fairly new to this, and I'm still learning how to treasure hunt with these instruments. It takes practice, but even though it's still very controversial, here at Treasure World, long-range competition is as real as you can imagine.
The rules in this competition are fairly simple. The operator uses the scope to locate the treasure from long distance. Once that task is completed, the hunter must go to the target and mark the area with a flag. Using the traditional metal detector, the next step is to pinpoint the find and unearth it. But he's only allowed to use the detector in a limited area around the flag. If he goes beyond that range, he can be disqualified. The bottom line is that he's got to be accurate with the scope first and foremost.
For as long as I've been a treasure hunter, there's nothing to compare to that moment when you make a good find. Either in or out of competition, realizing that any moment you could find something very rare and valuable adds a great deal of anticipation in this hobby. When you see gold or silver suddenly appear before your eyes, there's no feeling like it. No matter how many times it happens, it never gets old. In fact, it's a bigger thrill the more you do it.
It was a real pleasure and an honor to have Chuck Connors along with us to Treasure World. He really took an interest in this hobby. As a great outdoorsman, he really appreciated this kind of adventure. And everyone who was there could tell he was really one of us.
Okay, hold on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to say hello to you. They kept me in that chalet for about 5 hours, and I was waving to a lot of girls, especially that one out there, and she waved back. Anyway, I want to congratulate everybody for having a good time, and I guess especially the winners here, number 1 and number 2, and it's great to be a part of your endeavor. Maybe one day I can come back and join you. So now give me a hand.
The late, great Chuck Connors was a legend in his own time. Chuck became famous worldwide as one of the last real TV cowboys. He was a sports hero first, playing basketball for the Boston Celtics, then baseball for the Brooklyn Dodgers, the Chicago Cubs, and the Los Angeles Angels. Chuck found a home in Hollywood playing Lucas McCain in the memorable Western series, The Rifleman. The Winchester .92 carbine became his trademark, and in the hands of the rifleman, the Winchester was without a doubt Hollywood's most famous firearm. Chuck starred in over 50 movies and appeared in hundreds of popular TV shows. Chuck Connors will be fondly remembered by his friends and fans around the world.
So thrilling in the golden west. Something keeps instilling no thoughts I love the best. Here we go along, singing a cowboy song, riding through the night into the western dawn. We just amble along, wishing the night were gone. Moon's out so bright, hey, the owls hoot in flight. The sunrise is quite a sight, yeah, the coffee smells so right. Campfire fills the air here in the western dawn. See that sun go up, watch that coyote pup, playing around those trees as they sway in the breeze. Merrily we ride, getting that sun up stride, and knowing love's delight here in the western dawn. See that sun go up, watch that coyote pup, laying around those trees as they sway in the breeze. Merrily we ride, getting in that sun-up stride, and knowing love's delight here in the western dawn. Knowing love's delight here in